Here's my note cards. Here are my audience members. Imagine you or someone you loved was afraid to go home. For 12-year-old Bethy and 10-year-old Jojo, this was the case. In baggy, dirt-covered clothes, they entered the library. They gave the librarian a crumpled note, and on it, in childish writing, wrote, "Help me, I don't want to die." This story was found on the National Children's Advocacy Center's Facebook page, posted April 19th of 2023. Bethy and Jojo were brought to their local Children's Advocacy Center, where they were cared for and placed in foster care, away from their mom and their stepdad. I've personally had friends in the foster care system because of abusive homes and child neglect. The trauma that a child gets in abusive households stays with them until adulthood. But thanks to the National Children's Advocacy Center, children can leave with less trauma than before. Today, we will examine the National Children's Advocacy Center's charities history, their present programs, and how we can help. First, let's look at the National Children's Advocacy Center's history. According to the National Children's Advocacy Center's website, last accessed May 24th of 2023, in 1985, former Congressman Robert Kramer noticed a lack of communication between social services, criminal justice services in cases of child abuse. Merging law enforcement, medical and mental health workers, social and criminal justice workers created MDT, which is a multidisciplinary team composed of a diverse group of professionals working hard to assist victims with their needs. 2,860,000 people have been trained in the multidisciplinary process to this day. In 1899, child advocacy centers across America admired the MDT process and joined forces to create the National Children's Advocacy Center. Now that we've explored their history, let's look at the present programs that they have today. According to the NCAC's website, last accessed May 24th of 2023, approximately 795 children advocacy centers are in the U.S. In 2022, these children advocacy centers served 296,000 children. When reporting a child abuse case to the Children's Advocacy Center, they work with law enforcement to ensure that justice is served. They do this with forensic interviews, therapy, victim family services, medical care, and a rainbow room for little children. Without the Children's Advocacy Center, children would have to relive their worst nightmares over and over to cops, lawyers, and other law enforcement to give their story in depth. But with the Children's Advocacy Center, they tell their story to one trained professional once, and the MDT process is applied. Childs experience less trauma and don't have to relive the stories over and over again. Now that we've talked about their present programs, let's discuss what we can do to help ourselves. On the National Children's Advocacy Center's website, you can donate, mail-in donations, clothes, toys, and even volunteer online. These are just some of the ways that you can help. You can look at your local children's advocacy centers for more ways to help. Today, we've examined the National Children's Advocacy Center's history, their present programs, and how we today can help. The National Children's Advocacy Center helps children who survived abuse. By donating, you can do your part to ensure that a child makes it to a loving, healthy home. Every cent counts, and every child deserves a chance. Now that we've heard about the Children's Advocacy Center, you will now be hearing from Maggie Spearman on another charity, the Prevent of Childhood Abuse in America organization. Here's my audience again.